Welcome! Today, we are stepping into the ring to look at two absolute heavyweights from Ford's lineup, the brand new 2026 Explorer and the commanding 2026 Expedition. So, think of this as your character selection screen. By the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly which one of these incredible machines is the perfect choice for your driving style and for your life. Is it going to be the agile brawler, the one that's quick on its feet and ready for just about anything? Or are you looking for the undisputed heavyweight champion, the one that's built for pure power and presence? Okay, let's dive into this. First up, let's look at the tail of the tape. We're going to check out the raw specs for our two contenders here just to see exactly how they measure up before we really get into the action. Okay, what's really fascinating here is the fundamental difference in their DNA. I mean, look at this. The Explorer is a unibody SUV, which means it's built more like a car for better handling. The Expedition, on the other hand, is a body-on-frame, truck-based machine. And honestly, that one fact explains almost everything else you see here, the massive gap in price, the nearly double towing capacity, and all that extra cargo space. They are just built for entirely different missions right from the ground up. It's exactly why the Explorer feels so connected to the road, like a car, while the Expedition has that commanding, almost indestructible truck-like ride. All right, every great fighter has their signature moves, right? Well, for these two SUVs, it all comes down to how they put their power to the pavement. The top-tier engines really tell the whole story. The Explorer ST, it's all about that sporty, responsive performance from its 400-horsepower twin-turbo V6. But the Expedition, especially in its high-output trim, well, it goes for pure, unadulterated muscle. Yeah, the horsepower is a little higher, but just look at that torque difference. That's the kind of power that moves mountains, or, at least a very large boat. And this right here perfectly illustrates the Explorer's signature move, its agility. It can launch from 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. Now, that's not just fast for an SUV, that is genuinely quick, period. It makes it an incredibly fun and responsive daily driver for merging onto the highway or just enjoying a winding road. Now, the Expedition's heavy attack is right here, 510 pound-feet of torque. This isn't about winning a drag race, This is about effortless, commanding power. It's the kind of muscle that lets you tow nearly 10,000 pounds and pass traffic on an uphill grade without ever breaking a sweat. So, now let's select our arena. What happens when the pavement ends? Well, both vehicles offer a specialized off-road tremor trim, but you'll see they're designed for very different kinds of battles. The Explorer Tremor, which is new for 2026, is your perfect companion for getting to a remote campsite or just cruising down a sandy beach. It's capable, it's rugged. The Expedition Tremor, though, that's the heavy hitter. With its bigger tires, serious underbody armor, and true locking differentials, it is built to crawl over major obstacles that the Explorer would probably have to go around. Okay, but beyond just the raw power, these vehicles pack some pretty serious special abilities, especially when it comes to their onboard tech and how they use their interior space. So one key shared ability is this fantastic new Ford digital experience, and this is a total game changer. Google is built right in, so you get native Google Maps, Google Assistant, the Play Store for your favorite apps, all without ever needing to plug in your phone. It is a seamless experience, and you get it in either vehicle. Now, the crucial point here is how they use that tech in that space. The Explorer is incredibly practical. It's got a huge 13.2-inch screen and a third row that's, let's be honest, perfect for kids. But the Expedition, it just takes it to another level. It is a true adult hauler with a third row that actual adults can genuinely sit in comfortably. And with that available massive screen setup, spanning nearly 24 inches across the dash, it truly feels like a high-tech command center. So, after weighing the power, the capability, and the space, it all comes down to this moment. It is time to choose your champion based on your personal playstyle. If your playstyle values agility, a sporty feel, and a vehicle that's genuinely fun and fast to drive every single day, while still being practical enough for the whole family, well then the 2026 Explorer is absolutely your champion. But if your mission demands maximum space for passengers and cargo, if you need serious heavy-duty towing capability, and you want a commanding, almost Lincoln-like luxury presence on the road, then your champion is, without a doubt, the 2026 Expedition. So the final decision is yours. Will you choose the agile, responsive performance of the Explorer, or are you going to go with the dominant heavyweight power of the Expedition?